Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear young learners, listeners and viewers, Assalamu alaikum everybody. I do believe that all of you are hale and hearty by the grace of Allah during the crisis moment of the country or countryman COVID-19. I am also well by the grace of Allah along with my family members during the pandemic situation of the country COVID-19. My dear learners, all of you know that now we are passing a critical moment of the country because of coronavirus, and many valuable lives have already been lost, and many votaries of science are trying heart and soul to discover the vaccine of coronavirus. They are trying heart and soul, how can we get relief from this critical situation of the country? But we have not come to see the light of hope at this moment, but we expect that today or tomorrow we shall come to see the light of hope, and the coronavirus, we can overcome these critical circumstances from the country. Only Allah can help us, and only Allah knows, only Allah can save us from this critical situation. For this reason, we have to strong faith in Allah, who has created us as a supreme human being. My dear young learners, for a long time period, our educational institutions have already been closed because of coronavirus. And I think that it has negative effects in our day-to-day life activities, especially in our education sector, is greatly hampered because of coronavirus. And you are sitting idly at your home, you are wasting your time idly at home because of absence of study. By considering this matter, our Honorable Prime Minister and our Honorable Ministry of Education has taken some effective, fruitful and initiative measures for you by presenting online classes during this crisis moment. My dear learners, I think that, I do believe that if you follow the online classes or Sangshad television representing classes, I think that you can get some basic idea, you can get some basic idea from this lecture. So I advise you, you will follow these classes very attentively, very effectively, and after that time, I think that you can gather some basic knowledge from the subject based knowledge. My dear learners, I am Mr. Johirul Islam Litton, Assistant Teacher of English, Hussenpur Adarsho High School, Hussenpur, Sodor, Kishoreganj. Today, I am going to take a class before you from English grammatical class, and this is for the students of class 10 level, and I think that 9 or 10 level the syllabus is the same. So as you are a student of class 10 level, I think that you will have to make the best use of your time. You cannot waste a single moment. One day we shall see the light of hope. One day coronavirus will be gone. That means today or tomorrow we shall overcome these critical circumstances. For this reason, you have to study hard at your home, and you will have to follow the online classes very fruitfully. My dear young learners, and I would like to give my heartiest congratulations to our honorable head teacher and our honorable authority who has invited, who has called us for taking this online classes according to the instruction of the Ministry of Education. Thank you, my dear students. All of you are most welcome to online class today, and you will have to follow the whiteboard Today I shall discuss with you about an important chapter, transformation of sentences or changing sentences. My dear young learners, listeners and viewers, all of you know that transformation of sentences or changing sentences, it's a large chapter for you, and there are many parts are included with this chapter. So don't be afraid because it's a large chapter. Don't feel hesitation. I think that if you follow this chapter step by step, you can easily gather you can easily gather the basic knowledge from this chapter, and you can easily answer in your examination hall from changing sentence. My dear young learners, I think that as you are a student of class 10 level, you have already got a clear conception about changing sentences in your previous classes. Yet, I am trying to deliver you this class for you because of absence of educational institutions study. For this reason, now I would like to deliver this class to you, and I think that you will follow this class attentively. My dear students, for your better conception, I would like to say that basically we know that when we will deliver any sentence from one structure to another structure, that means structure will be changed but meaning will not be changed. Its name is transformation of sentences. And in my previous classes, I have already discussed with you, there are many parts are included in this chapter. Among them, today I shall discuss with you about simple, complex and compound. That means you know that according to structure, sentence is classified into three ways: 1. Simple, 2. Complex and compound. And maximum students feel that it's a difficult option when you are asked to change from simple to complex, or complex to simple, simple to compound, or compound to simple. Then maximum students feel so difficulties to answer the question. But I think that if you follow the rules and structures at this moment, I think that it will be plus point for you to answer simple, complex and compound. Okay, my dear students, before going to before going to describe this main chapter, simple, complex and compound, I would like to discuss with you about the clause. And I think that all of you have known about the word of the clause, and it's an important option for this chapter. And I think that the clause is closely related to this chapter. It is interrelated to this chapter, simple, complex and compound. And if you get a clear conception about the clause, you can easily answer from simple to complex, complex to simple, simple to compound and compound to simple. It will be easily for you. So, for a better understanding at the first moment, today I shall discuss with you about the clause for your better conception. Actually, a clause is a group of words that contains one subject and one finite verb, and it is a part of a sentence. A clause is a group of words that contains only one subject and only one finite verb, and it is a part of a sentence. Its name is clause. And classification of clause, we know that, all of you know that there are three kinds of clause. First of all, principal clause. Principal clause, its another name is independent clause. And its another name is main clause. My dear students, first of all, principal clause or independent clause or main clause. Secondly, subordinate clause. Subordinate clause, or its another name is dependent clause. Dependent clause. And thirdly, coordinate clause. My dear students, I have already noted down 3 important clauses on the whiteboard. First of all, principal clause or independent clause or main clause. Secondly, subordinate clause or dependent clause. And thirdly, coordinate clause. Now, I would like to discuss with you what is the meaning of principal clause and what's the meaning of subordinate clause and what's the meaning of coordinate clause. I would like to discuss this clause elaborately for a clear conception, as if you can easily answer simple, complex and compound. And a few minutes ago, I have already discussed with you, it will help you to answer simple, complex and compound. And after a few minutes, I shall prove that it is closely related to simple, complex and compound. Okay, my dear students. First of all, I would like to explain principal clause. Generally, we know that principal clause is that clause which is independent and it cannot depend on others clause to express, to complete its meaning. Its name is principal clause. I again say that the clause which is independent and it cannot depend on others clause to complete its meaning, its name is principal clause. Another name is independent clause and or main clause. If I try to say in Bengali way, it will be যে ক্লজ স্বাধীনভাবে অর্থ প্রকাশ করতে পারে, অর্থ প্রকাশ করার জন্য অন্য কোনো ক্লজের উপর নির্ভরশীল নয়, ইটস নেম ইজ প্রিন্সিপাল ক্লজ. For a better understanding, I would like to give you an example. He is an honest man. He is an honest man. Here we find that subject is present. Here is its not auxiliary verb. Here is its as a main verb. As a main verb. Then resting part. He is an honest man. If I try to say it in a Bengali way, তিনি একজন সৎ ব্যক্তি. Here one subject and one finite verb is present. For this reason it is principal clause. I think that you have get an idea about principal clause. Secondly, I would like to discuss subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Actually, my dear students, subordinate clause, that means which is dependent on others clause. Subordinate clause, that means which is dependent on others clause and it cannot complete its meaning definitely, and it is dependent on others clause, it cannot complete its meaning, its name is subordinate clause. For a better understanding, I would like to give you 2 examples, and I think that after that time you can get easily understand what's the meaning of subordinate clause. Thank you, my dear students. Follow the whiteboard. He is poor. He is honest. Another example, since he was ill, he did not go to school. My dear students, I have already write down two important examples from subordinate clause. Now I would like to explain how is it subordinate clause. The first example, though he is poor, this is first part of the sentence, and he is honest, it is second part. First part, though he is poor, second part, he is honest. Now if I explain this sentence in a Bengali way, though he is poor, if I try to say it Bengali way, jodio she gorib, it's the first part, he is honest, it is the second part. It is very important point that in this sentence, if I explain this sentence, he is honest, its Bengali meaning tini sot. If I say that tini sot, I think that it is completed and it is independent. For this reason, it is principal clause. And if I explain the first part of this sentence, though he is poor, its Bengali meaning jodio she gorib. If I say that jodio she gorib, after that time I cannot say anything. I think that at that time it cannot complete its meaning. For this reason, it is subordinate clause. It is subordinate clause. And subordinate clause is totally dependent on principal clause to express its opinion, to complete its meaning. But principal clause is not dependent on subordinate clause. I think that, my dear students, you have got a clear conception about what's the meaning of subordinate clause and what's the examples of subordinate clause. If I go the second sentence, since he was ill, he did not go to school. Since he was ill, he did not go to school. If I try to say it in Bengali way, it is যেহেতু সে ছিল অসুস্থ, সে স্কুলে যেতে পারেনি. Here he did not go to school, it is principal clause, and since he was ill, it is subordinate clause. It is subordinate clause. Now my question to you, why? Because subordinate clause, it is dependent to another clause to complete its meaning, but principal clause is not dependent on others clause to complete its meaning. For this reason, since he was ill, its Bengali meaning যেহেতু সে ছিল অসুস্থ, it is incomplete. For this reason, it is subordinate clause. And if I say that he did not go to school, it is completed. For this reason, it is principal clause. My dear students, now I would like to mention that, I would like to discuss with you that about coordinate clause. Thirdly, coordinate clause. Coordinate clause. Coordinate clause. My dear students, coordinate clause, if two clauses of same nature, if any two clauses of same nature but connected or joined by coordinating conjunction, its name is coordinate clause. I again say that if two clauses joined by coordinating conjunction, that means coordinate clause. And we know that There are some coordinating conjunction such as and, or, but, yet, still, then, so, both, and, not only, but also, then, either or, or, next, neither, nor, etc. My dear listeners, there are some coordinating conjunctions have already been written down on the whiteboard, and I think that you have already followed. There are some coordinating conjunctions, because if you want to know coordinate clause, at this moment you have to know coordinating conjunction, because I say that if any two clauses connected by coordinating conjunction, its name is coordinate clause. For your better understanding, I would like to give you two examples. Read or you will fail. He is poor. He is poor but honest. I have already write down two examples on the whiteboard. The first example, read or you will fail. পড়াশোনা করো নতুবা তুমি ফেল করবে। Here the first part is read and the second part you will fail, connected by or. Its name is coordinating conjunction. And if I go to the definition of coordinate clause, you know that if two clauses connected by any coordinating conjunction, its name is coordinate clause. In this regard, I want to say that here read, this is the first part, you will fail, this is the another part. These two clauses are connected by coordinating conjunction, or in this sense I want to declare that this sentence is coordinate clause. And I would like to explain the second sentence. He is poor but honest. He is poor but honest. In this sentence, the first part of the sentence it is he is poor, and the second part of the sentence it is honest, and connected by coordinating conjunction, its name is but. For this reason, it is coordinate clause, because it is the first clause and it is the second clause. It is principal clause, it is also principal clause, and two principal clauses are connected by coordinating conjunction. In this regard, I want to say that it is coordinate clause. My dear students, I think that you have already understood what's the classification of clause, what's the meaning of clause. Now I would like to deliver you what is the usefulness of clauses in this chapter to answer simple, complex and compound. Okay, my dear student, follow the whiteboard. My dear students, sentence. Actually, we know that according to meaning, sentences is classified into 5 ways: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative and exclamatory. But according to structure, I would like to mention that sentence is classified into 3 ways, such as simple, simple, complex and compound. Simple, complex and compound. Simple, that means সরল বাক্য, complex, that means জটিল বাক্য, and compound, that means যৌগিক বাক্য। যৌগিক বাক্য। My dear students, simple sentence, a few minutes ago I have already discussed with you about clause, principal clause, subordinate clause and coordinate clause, and it is interrelated in this sentences because the option which I have already discussed with you about principal clause, it is totally simple sentence, and subordinate clause, that means complex sentence, and coordinate clause, that means compound sentence. Now I would like to discuss with you about simple sentence. Simple sentence. Actually, in a simple sentence, one subject plus one finite verb, its name is simple sentence. One subject and one finite verb, it is one subject and one finite verb, it is simple sentence. Such as, he is an honest man. Here, he, this is subject, is, that means it is main verb and finite verb. For this reason it is simple sentence. One subject and one finite verb, its name is simple sentence. My dear students, now I would like to discuss with you about complex sentence. Complex sentence. One principal clause, one principal clause connected with one or two subordinate clause. Subordinate clause, one or more, its name is complex sentence. One principal clause, if one principal clause is connected by one or more subordinate clauses, its name is complex sentence. As far as example, he is nervous, though he is nervous, he cannot do this. In this sentence, though he is nervous, it is subordinate clause, and he cannot do this, it has expressed its opinion completely. For this reason it is principal clause. That means one subordinate clause and one principal clause, its name is complex sentence. My dear students, last of all, compound. Compound. My dear students, at this moment I would like to give you the definition of compound sentence. At that time I would like to give you example. Two principal clause, that means principal clause will be connected with coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction. If I give you an example, he is poor but honest. Here, he is poor, it has already expressed its opinion completely. For this reason it is principal clause. And the second part, honest, that means he is honest. If subject is the same in any sentence, second part subject will not be mentioned. For this reason, he is poor but honest. In this sentence only one subject, he. For this reason I cannot apply here again he. But I have to understand that, you have to understand that here honest, that means he. It indicates the person's name he. And it is principal clause. He is for honest. It is also principal clause connected by but. For this reason, it is compound sentence. My dear students, there are many. I have already discussed with you important chapter. Next class, I shall discuss with you how can you will change from simple complex compound. Stay well, be safe. Thank you everyone.